where you end up. You two probably wouldn't even be here if I didn't rob a house. So if you want to be a successful parent, go rob a house.
I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about.
Welcome to Breaking the Cycle podcast, episode number 5. In today's episode, we're going to be doing part 5 of the 17 things your kids are dying to know about you. And we also decided that we're going to do 1 or 2 questions every week.
It's going to be called the question of the week.
It's going to be called the question of the week. So we're just going to ask you a question every week.
So we're going to make a regular segment on the show. Each week, a regular segment. So whatever the topic is, you guys always prepare for this show, and you create the show, and you let me know the topic is. Then you're going to have questions. Are the questions going to be related to the topic each week?
Yes.
Or pretty much, or sort of, as much as possible?
Around there.
Cool.
And so these are the 17 things your kids are dying to know about their parents. But
why don't you give a quick recap? What are some of the, because this is part 5 of this already. Holy crap. It's already the 5th episode of the podcast. What are some of the previous questions? You remember from the last few weeks?
If you guys haven't watched the previous episodes, go and watch them and then watch this.
So some of the questions were, what was the most expensive thing you borrowed / stole? And then what was the
shameful? What was
the last thing you borrowed, and then what was the first thing you borrowed?
Then you asked about your first phone, your first car, first
did
job.
you ever take any meds when you were a kid?
We did your first medication. Yeah, good questions. Jeez, and those led to some funky ass stories and answers.
Jumping around up in your
people jumping around my head. You want to hear about the little people that jump around inside my head? The voices that I hear in my head? You're gonna have to go check out the previous episodes. So why don't you just break it down real quick for them what this podcast is all about in general.
Breaking the Cycle is a podcast on how to be a positive male role model and lead your freak family by breaking the cycle and changing the trajectory of your family tree so that you become the type of man your son would want to become and the type of man your daughter would one day want to marry. Pauses,
tactical pauses. Not like that other time. The pauses, long, strategic pauses in a speech. The long pause in the speech where it takes like a 30 seconds in between 2 like simple words, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, and what else is this show about, Mitch?
These are the types of conversations you should be having with your kids so they can learn to think for themselves and are not afraid to be themselves when they are confronted with these life situations and have an idea on how to approach it.
That's right, we were supposed to learn sign language.
They're not in shock and have
That'd be cool if we could learn sign language, because what if there's like an invasion? Huh?
Oh.
What if there's no, but there's also words. You could learn the letters. You could learn letters, but you also learn words.
Like
what if there's like an invasion and we had to like talk about where we needed to go? We don't want to make noise because the enemy is real close, and you got to do signals of where to go, where to meet.
This is walk.
You're also supposed to be working on one of your things for homeschooling, home lifing.
Is the checkpoints and
it's
stuff.
Supposed to be the whole checkpoints around the house, the security, like routes and blueprints for the whole house. We need to work on that. We need to get back on that. We got away from that somehow. Yeah. Some of those bigger tasks you guys got away from on the home life thing we need to get to. But all right, anything you want to start off with before we get to the question? Something to kick things off.
Okay, so let's do a joke. So, do you want the hardest one first or the easiest one?
No, let's get warmed up. What do we got? Let's get the regular one first. Maybe some hard shit.
Okay. Which sport is always getting in trouble?
Wait, which what? You mumbled that a little bit. You told you gotta speak clear. The microphone's way over here. What? No, I would never stall. So you just ask it again.
The microphone's over here.
Ask it again very like slowly, clearly, loudly, and make sure our listeners can hear in this microphone. Go. What is the question?
Which sport is always getting into trouble?
Which sport? Soccer, football, basketball, baseball, hockey, lacrosse, tennis, freaking kickball. What the hell is left? Golf, hockey, handball, soccer, football. I said those. Wiffle ball. Getting in trouble. Fuck. I feel like I should get this one.
You use a racket to play.
And
racquetball? Handball?
No. And
Tennis?
we always say
Cricket?
it wrong.
Badminton?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is freaking cheesy ass, lame ass
It's badminton?
Badminton.
It's badminton.
Badminton.
It's badminton.
Yeah, but the way you
It's not badminton.
the way you guys say it, it's badminton.
You don't wear mittens while you're playing.
But so I
It's
got
badminton.
what? I got half of a point for that.
Yeah.
So I got 0.5 out of 1. I'm keeping score. All right, so let's get on with these questions. Let's get on with this interrogation that you've been giving me for these last, like you're these investigators trying to get to the bottom of. I get you, the way I looked at the flow of your questions. It looks like you're trying to get to the bottom of how did I end up to be this thing that you see in front of you right now? Like how did it get created to be like
Somewhat.
this?
All right.
So, all right, what do we
What
got?
program
And
did-
by the way, I don't know any of these questions. The first time I'm hearing any of these questions is when we do it here, recording this live. Although this is a podcast, obviously we're recording this, but we're recording it on one take. It's not like I know what the questions are. I can't prepare for them. And some of them are pretty freaking tough and really make you think. So what do we got?
So let's get into
All right.
it.
So first question.
I'm saying the first one. We agreed that I was saying the first
What?
one.
And we agreed that I was.
When was the first time you stayed at a hotel and why?
Do you want to know really?
Yes.
Probably. So first off,
You lived in a hotel.
no, never did I ever go in a hotel. You know how we've been in hotels probably hundreds of times at this point? Literally.
We've also been on planes countless times.
So
I don't know
You already know.
if-
Last time, did you ask about flying or first? Somehow we got into flying. How about the first time I was ever on a plane, right? Did we do
Yeah,
one of
we
the
went to
episodes?
the Marines,
Was
yeah.
going to the Marines. Probably the first time staying in a hotel, like actually legitimately
Japan?
checking into a hotel, like checking in and actually it's my room.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was at hotels. We can get into those after first. I was at hotels for stuff. No. But the first time ever, my family never. What are you whispering for? You don't even make a casino. What does that have to do with anything? You're just,
I know.
that doesn't make any
What?
sense. She acts
Can
like
you
that's
take your
something.
hat
You
off?
said you were at
She acts like that's something
You
weird.
said you were
I know.
at
I'm gonna tell you.
hotels.
What's wrong with the
tell you.
casino? People just spend
No,
millions
it's not a
of
casino.
dollars there.
The first time ever actually had a room in my name, like legitimately checked into a hotel, was when I had to go to upstate New York, trying to get into the Marines. You had to go to upstate. It's called MEPS. It's like this.
MEPS?
Yeah.
MEPS.
MEPS.
My zone effort points.
But it stands for something else. I don't remember what. You had to go up there for like your testing, the ASVAB test. Remember we heard Goggins talk about in his book, the ASVAB to get. So I had to go up there to take that. Had to do my medical test, like
ID10T.
physical thing. And that was up in Albany, New York. So that was like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive from where we lived. And so they had to get me a hotel room up there. And I remember they got me a hotel room. And then they said it came with like, there was like a kick, you know, there's food sometimes restaurants there. This was like kind of a slot restaurant, like kind of like an old school, like cafeteria kind of restaurant in this hotel. It was a nice hotel. And the first time I ever stayed in a real hotel like that, I was like, wow, this is pretty nice. Well, nice for me. If we stay there now, I'd be like, what is this dump compared to where you guys are used to staying? Probably, you little lucky ass kids. But so I was staying in this hotel and they told me I had meals. Like as long as I went during these times of meals, like because it was paid for the government, because the government is sending me there. They pay for the room. They brought me there on a car. They had someone drive me up there to go take this test because they want people to join the military. So they help you with all the steps along the way to get you to join the military. It's like investing. It's their marketing. They're trying to get you to do it. And there was food and a dinner at this thing. I feasted in that hotel. I ate so much. I got so sick, I think, because I ate too much. But that was probably the first time I ever actually stayed in a hotel. And I was 19 years old.
Wow. First time. Oh,
Never, our family never was in a hotel, ever. Because we know we never went on single vacation. We never went anywhere. I never stayed. You're going to crack an up the whole episode. I hear that every episode I hear in the
The
background.
first time I was on a
Click, click.
plane. The first time I was on a plane was when I was 6 months old.
6 months, you're going to another country.
Another country.
You were going to, yeah, we went to,
Another continent.
you went all the way to Russia at 6 months, your first time on a
It
plane.
wasn't Russia.
Where was it?
You can't say that
say
nowadays because people will get really offended and you can get demonetized.
Poland.
Demonetized. So that was the first time. But before that, you know, we always have to take the stories. You want to hear more stories that get a little more interesting?
Yes.
The better stories
I
of hotels?
feel like it has to do with the guy with his eyebrow. The guy.
No, that was after. That was in
Oh.
when I was
Can you
in
tell
the
us
Marines
about that
already.
too? Because I never heard.
That was a hotel story. Yeah, lots of hotel stories.
I thought
So
I told you
before I went to the Marines, when I was in my kind of in between phase of of like finishing high school and going to the Marine Corps, it was about a year and a half of just trouble and
Mayhem.
chaos and mayhem. Yes, very good words. And there was like parties and stuff I would go to and like alcohol. So there'd be someone would have a room. I don't know who would get the room or where the room would come from. And there would just be like 50, 60 people in a hotel room, hanging outside the hotel room, like turning it into a hotel party at a room. and then we would always get in trouble. And one time down at the New Jersey shore, I was 17, drank too much, and my sister was there too. Lisa was there. We like just finished high school. Maybe we're still, it was a Memorial Day weekend. And we're at same thing, at this hotel room with like hundreds of people since it was a Memorial Day weekend, just like overtaking the hotel. So someone called the police. The police came, and everyone is like, some people did drugs, and I drank too much. And everyone's like running, trying to get it, and they're chasing, and they get caught up. I actually got arrested in the New Jersey shore. They shackled a bunch of us together, like 8, 10 people together, put us in one of those big trucks that you see them put prisoners into to bring us to the police station. And I was underage, drunk, and drinking illegally at some hotel thing. I had no one there. I didn't have any parent there. My sister was there, and she was only, I think Lisa was like 19 if I was 17. So I'm underage drinking, taken to this place. We're at shackled, me and my friend that I was sitting next to, Paul, and he was handcuffed to me, and they're handcuffed to the next person, drank way too much. And he's sitting there. He keeps trying to get the cops' attention when they're coming into we're on this, they call it the paddy wagon, like 2 rows of facing, 5 of us here, 5 of us facing in this big truck, handcuffed together. He keeps asking if he can get out and get some air. He doesn't feel good when we're first getting in there. They're like, oh, shut up. They're just like, tell you to be quiet, whatever. And they keep it in. The second the truck starts running, he pukes all over the place. And we're all handcuffed together. So this puke is going all over the place, and it goes all over the floor while they're driving around. So everyone's getting covered in this puke from him because we're handcuffed together. We can't go anywhere. We're trapped in the back of this box, and it stunk so bad because he kept puking and puking and puking. All this alcohol and the food he ate and all this nastiness, it's all over the floor. And imagine, it's in the middle of the summer too, so it's hot, steamy, trapped in the back of this thing.
I imagine that it was at night.
It was nasty. It was at night, but still hot and steamy in the middle of July or whatever Memorial Day is, May, whenever Memorial Day is. I think it was Memorial Day, I'm pretty sure. And in New York, in New Jersey, hot, and those nights would be steamy and humid. So that was another hotel story for you.
Wow.
Can you tell the story about the eyebrow guy? I never heard of that.
Yeah, that was when I was in the Marines. I was at a station in Biloxi, Mississippi at an Air Force base. So we'd also, on the weekends, go get a hotel to get off the base to go like just hang out and not be like on the base where it's all like official. So we'd go have parties like at the hotels off the base. And the rules were like, don't be the one that passes out or falls asleep or gets too drunk and passes out, because then stupid stuff would happen to you. And so one time a kid fell asleep on the beach. This was in Mississippi also. Both of these were in Mississippi. And he fell asleep on the beach, and it was like 90-something degrees in Mississippi, just hot blazing sun. He passed out drunk on the beach. This was not a hotel. This was a daytime. And they took SPF 50 sunscreen and put on his chest, I'm G word. Like, I'm G. And he passed out there for like 2-3 hours, and he wakes up, and it's like burned into his skin for like months that I'm G. So that was one. And then another one in a hotel was this one guy fell asleep. He was a Navy guy, and another Navy guy lit his eyebrow on fire with a cigarette lighter because he fell asleep. And the rule was, don't fall asleep. Don't be like weak. Like that was like a weakness to get so drunk that you just like pass out. So he passed out drunk, and the guy lit his eyebrow on fire, and it actually for a second was on fire. But then he woke up and like started like smacking his own face and got up, and they got into like a fist fight and like were wrestling around. They were just two drunk idiots like fighting. So yeah. There's a hotel story. Is that what you were expecting when you asked the first time I stayed in a hotel?
I knew both of those stories, but I didn't know the one where you got taken into the van.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know about the eyebrow dude.
The eyebrow dude? If this is only mic for all of us, so you have to make sure you don't get too squeaky over there.
All right.
I didn't know about the eyebrow dude.
All right,
what
now
we got?
Let's do another joke real quick, because past episodes we haven't been getting as many jokes. Which one? Okay.
Those are great when we don't get many jokes, because these jokes, let me tell you.
All right. What 5-letter word typed in all capital letters can be read the same upside down? What 5-letter word?
I-G. Igloo? No. Something with an I. Starts with an I or starts with an N.
You don't get a time limit for this one, because this one is hard.
Does it start with an I or an N?
No.
O.
No.
Because O could be upside down. Shit. So every letter, there's got to be an I or O or an N in there.
Oh, there is an I.
There is an I.
You get 1 point for this, even with hints.
All right. Upside down. Miami. Miami almost no. So has to see the first and the last letter have to be the same letter.
That
Right?
would be Wyoming.
Yeah.
I know.
Why have we?
Except for the A's.
5-letter words. So the first word, right? The first letter and the last letter are the same. So like I'm figuring this out piece by piece. And the first letter is not I.
No.
Yeah, well, you already said that. So the only one's A, B, C, C, no, D, E, no, E, no. Upside down?
No.
No,
That'd
that
be
wouldn't be.
backwards.
It'd be like a 3. C, D, E, F, G, H. H,
Nope. There's
Jeez.
no H.
I, J, K, L, M, M,
Yes, there's an M in there.
N,
Yes,
O.
there's. Oh no, there's no N. There's no O.
P, Q, R, S,
Yes, there's an S.
T.
There's no T.
Wow, I'm coming with a lot of good ones that are actually could fit. Wait,
T- how would
upside down? I'm thinking backwards. Shit, upside down, right? Not backwards.
Yeah. So look, if you typed it in,
I get it,
all
Yes,
capitals,
yes,
and
yes.
you flipped it under.
All capitals is the key word there too, I bet.
So S-I-M, and you didn't finish the whole alphabet. You're at T.
I know. U,
There is no U.
V, W. Upside down, you said?
Yes.
X.
There is no X.
Jesus, I came up with a lot. Y, Z. Z.
Nope. You need.
I got I.
You need one more letter.
I got I, M, and S.
I'll give you a hint.
What?
M. It has something to do with M.
I said I got I, M, and S.
I know.
I know, but the next hint is
Missy.
nope. It has
No, it has to
something
end.
to do with M.
Yeah, so M is
If
first
you
and last.
flipped M upside down.
Oh, wait, so M upside down is not the same as a W. You said it's the same thing.
No.
What's the joke?
What 5-letter word typed in all capital letters can be read the same upside down?
And M isn't read upside down the same. If you went upside down, it would be a W.
Exactly.
Why is it read the same?
Well,
I don't know. We gotta move on. What is it?
Okay.
Swims.
Look, swims.
Swims?
Look, watch. Swims. Swim.
Damn it. That was freaking hard. That's a good one, but that's hard. These are supposed to be cheesy riddles.
Sorry.
Not some mind-boggling fucking thing that Einstein...
I just saw it and it
They
was
said that Einstein can't even figure it out. We both thought the same thing. All right, what's our next question? Let's keep this thing rolling.
Okay.
Alvin
Next.
Einstein.
Question. What are you the most proud of in your life? Like, what are you most proud of that you've done or that's happened or
And
achievements?
I can't be proud of borrowing something that was very expensive.
It could be.
Why would it
Could
maybe?
be.
If your biggest achievement in life is stealing something, you're
Hey!
you're a freaking loser. You're a loser. Say the question again.
Achievement is stealing something in your life.
Say the question again.
What are you the most proud of in your life?
Today. Right now. This show.
Holy crap.
This moment. This minute. What more to be proud of? What more to be excited about than this day and this time and this us shooting this thing together? Like, what
Wow.
could be more proud than that?
I never thought of that. That.
Like, why you think it's going to be? Actually, you think it's gonna be what? I made $1 million in a year, or bought our dream house, or have tons of coaching clients that pay me a lot of money every month to help them with their personal discipline and personal development, or opening up a gym that help people get in shape and
That's
lose weight and
exactly
change
what
their
I
life.
thought it'd be having children.
Well, that's this part of this moment.
I thought it'd be buying this house and children.
So should it be? All right, buying a house should not be a proud. Yeah, it's a
or
good
no.
moment. That's a landmark. That's like a goal. But to me, there's a new goal every day. It's like the next day is the goal. Like today is my only goal. Like to master today, to be the best today, to have discipline today, be a good role model today, to do shit like this today with you people, you little freak shows. So what could be more proud than this right now? This right now is more proud than we did it yesterday because it should be getting better and better and better every day. So it should be your birth. So according to you, it should be the birth of your kids is most proud. So after that, so here's the height of your life. Your kids are born. And from there, it just goes straight downhill. Misery, murder, and mayhem going on. Like, think about it. Don't you get what I'm saying? Like, that's why every day is my new
So you're
best
saying
day.
when we were born is the least proud?
I was pretty damn. So yeah, do you get it? Get where I'm coming from? Like that's the goal every day. There's a new best every day. There's a new goal every day. It's like the journey, the day, the minute, this show right now. What more in the world right now do I have to think about than this show? I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm not thinking about what we have to do later, that we record other episodes for our other podcasts, that whatever else I have to do, I have to catch a flight tomorrow and go on a podcast and all this other stuff in Atlanta, all this other stuff.
The last question is the same question flipped, but if the most proud.
Well, what do you think about it? We didn't finish this one.
yeah.
Don't already jump ahead. Like, let's go on to this one. What do you get? So
Yes, I
you
get
what I'm
it.
saying. So explain it. Explain it to
Okay,
me then.
so-
I want to hear what you think, because my mind works like a twisted way. Like to think that, like literally this minute, this moment, and guess what? An hour from now, that'll be my next new thing.
You're most proud of.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Well, if I just after
Unless
this.
you go back to when you were 19.
Yeah, if after this I just walk out and I go smoke a cigarette and snort some cocaine, like
That's
then it
not
went
good.
downhill. So now,
Yes.
all right, now you start living in the past. So why not make every day better than the last? Like, so break it down. Let me hear
Every
it.
second better than the last.
Deep shit right there. So break it down. I want to hear your interpretation of what
mine
I
is
said,
like-
without just repeating the same shit I said. I want to hear what you have to
Okay,
say.
mine, or you go first so I can think about my answer.
You're so dumb. You shouldn't have told her that that's you doing. You should have been like, you know what? Midge, I went first and last one. Why don't you take this from here so you can think about it? But you told her why you were doing it, so you just screwed yourself. It's called shooting yourself in the foot. Who's
Mine
going?
in the foot.
Who's going first?
All right, I guess I'll go first. So,
Yeah, you
what are
go
you most
first.
proud of in your life? Is like, to me, it means kind of like as you said it, be proud of this moment of how you're living and all that. But like, what if you're not as successful as you were like a year ago, or
We're not
3
this
years
year.
ago?
This year we're not as successful since we started. Like,
You shouldn't say that on camera.
it does. Why?
Why?
It's not, like I will sacrifice money. I say it all the time. I will turn down opportunities and money to live the lifestyle I want to live. If there's something that's going to make me not be able to live the lifestyle I want to live, I will turn down money. And if I start making certain amount of money, so much money that it makes me not be able to live the life, if I had to be on the road and be gone, like these last 7 weeks, I've been away a lot, but that's like the most.
Probably 4 weeks.
But you guys were gone with me for
Oh.
at least 2 of those weeks, so I
Yeah.
was able to take you with me. So that fits in my lifestyle. Imagine I had to just go away
On your
twice a week on my own because we're making tons and tons of money. Do you think I should keep doing that and not get to hang out with my kids and do shows like this? That's why this moment is the proudest thing. What, going and making $1 million somewhere by myself, sitting? Yeah, rip your shirt. That's just brilliant. That's just brilliant. Do you think that? Yeah, like I don't even remember the train of thought because I'm watching a kid play with a pair of pliers ripping her shirt across live on television. Like, holy shit! There it is, my new proudest moment. A kid that is all wiggly and fidgety. Do you get it? Get
Yes.
the point?
I
So,
do get it 100%.
Where's your breakdown of that?
Like, I get it, but say, like, it's kind of what Tyson said, my version, but say you are not living your ideal lifestyle, but you're not successful while doing that. Then it's not your proudest moment at all.
Well, because you got worse. Like,
Yeah.
So my goal is to get better, like tiny bit percent every day. So as long as I'm doing that, then yeah, that's a new biggest accomplishment, the new thing to be proud of. Yeah, if I was going backwards, then I would be able to say, oh yeah, a year ago, or imagine that. Like, so you're 11. So imagine like we haven't improved since 11 years ago, 12 years ago. Like, think about it. Like that.
I just say that
People don't
to
think of that way.
everyone.
People don't think about it that way. They don't understand it that way. Yeah, and then you said one time, I forget where we were going.
We were at the mastermind and I told Vince that.
No, but I was saying we were like going to like somewhere, like say we were going to like Disneyland or one of them places, and it's like they say, how old are you? And you're like, I'm 12. And meanwhile, you're still like a month and a half away from 12. You want to be Mr. Cool Guy when you're really 11.
I'm
They're like, oh, great. So 12 and up is paying the adult price. You would have been for free if you were a kid and you end up screwing us over because we have to pay more. 'cause
Oh, yeah,
Mr.
That NASA Space Center.
That was
one
at
of the things was
NASA.
actually set. Oh, the NASA Space Center, yeah, in Houston, right?
NASA.
Yeah.
Nassau.
I said I'm 12 and they're like, you're going to have to pay an extra $20.
No, we didn't get to that point, but on the thing, you were walking around just the day before at the mastermind. You tell people you were 12. Then we got there and it said 12 and up
I was
is
literally
adult,
about to
and you
say-
would have said 12 if you're not 12. But obviously not going to check your kid's ID because you don't have an ID. But all right, I think we got the point on that. What else we got here today?
All right, last question. Why don't you take us off with the last question.
This is
We're
17?
on to yep.
Yep.
Holy crap. Wait, but really it was end up being like 37 because
37.
we
37.
added so many additional follow-up
No.
questions and
It was 17, 71.
I turned one question to like 3 answers. So what do we got?
So earlier I was saying that what are you the most proud of in your life? That was this moment right now. So what are you the least proud of in your life? I'm just gonna make a joke out of this. Was it the day you were born? Like turning it around?
Well, if according to my way of doing it, that should be because
Yes.
if you think about the philosophizing, the way that I'm talking about it in this deep philosophical mind, which is not even a word,
Philosophical.
then yeah, the day you're born
Philosoph-
is your worst day of your life. The day you're born should think about it. This is deep shit right here. And this could be the caption for this video. The day I was born was the worst day of my life. It is. Think about it.
That is so deep.
It is deep when you think about it this way. Before I even explain, I want you to see what you think I mean by that. Midge, what do you think I mean by that? The day I was born was the worst day of my life. Explain that for me from what you think I'm saying by that.
Your twisted mind.
Yeah. Explain what you think I'm thinking.
The day you're born, you don't get anything accomplished except for crying and sleeping.
You shit a lot,
That too.
but that's it. But more than just that, you didn't get anything accomplished. But what else?
Why should it be, maybe not your proudest day, but why should it be like up there? It should be like, it shouldn't even be on the proud ranking achievements. It should be like in the ground.
Jesus, you want to put a newborn baby in the ground? This is turning into like this horror story. What the heck?
It's horror, and you told me you wanted it in your
It's a
twisted
horror.
mind.
It's a horror story.
It's a horror movie.
And it's a forest.
Horror.
It's a forest. It's a forehead.
It's a forehead.
You said
and
you
a
wanted me to
forest.
explain it in
And it's
your
a banana.
twisted
You two-
mind.
you two-
It's a
speak-
banana.
You two speak like hillbillies.
It's a banana.
No, now you're just saying
You
stupid.
eat a banana.
No, now you're saying it dumb. How do you really say it?
Banana.
No.
Banana.
Banana. You
Banana.
two say banana. It's a banana. Banana. It's a
You,
the
you
thing
sound
out there.
like a Google search.
The thing out there with the
voice.
trees is a forest.
It's a forest.
This thing is a forehead.
That is a forehead.
But your head is right here. It's not far away from you.
What is when something's
Forehead.
really bad? It starts with an H.
Horrible.
Horrible. It's horrible.
You say
Orange.
horrible.
Orange.
Horrible. It's horrible.
Orange.
Orange? No,
orange.
it's orange. You two are some
I
hill.
say mirror. You say mirror.
Mirror. It's a mirror.
It's a mirror.
It's a
And
mirror.
I say library. You say library.
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 I say
I
library.
I say library.
No, library's not one. That one we're on the same. But you two speak
It's
like hillbillies.
orange.
Like I sometimes wonder if you were born like in Kentucky or some shit. No offense to Kentucky folks out there. We actually like our Kentucky folk. Kentucky
Yeah,
Ballistics.
Kentucky Ballistics. Go watch
Scott.
him. Who's Scott?
That's his name, right?
Is it?
I thought it was Kentucky Ballistics.
No. Well, Scotty, right? There's one. What's his name?
Scooter.
Scott? Scooter was his
Scooter.
nickname in that little
Yeah,
thing.
That's what Matt.
All right. So back to the question. Again, repeat the question. So let's get on.
What are you the least proud of in
All
your
right,
life?
so let's go back to that. Can you explain the baby thing more? When I say that's the worst day of my
Yes,
life, what do I
the
mean by that?
baby in the
Take it
ground.
to answer
Because-
on top of what her answer was.
Because if you're the most proudest right now, then going all the way back when you're born, you have achieved absolutely nothing.
but you're
so
still but and
you have you could be proud of stuff, but you probably don't understand anything. So that it could be your least proudest moment, and then over time you just
Pride
keep getting
makes
more
sleep
proud until today.
because according to
second,
me
this
now,
second,
if you
yes.
reverse engineer it, if the goal is to get better every day, the worst day of your life. I'm 3 days old. What was the best day of your life?
3 days old.
Why not when you were born?
Because of-
now it's a new day, and every day should be like the new best day of your life. So according to that philosophy, every reverse day should be the least best day of your life. But I'll go further into it. So let's think more. Say the question again. 'Cause I'll try to give like another. Like that's like the real like deeper answer. But let's see if we can give it like a more normal answer. What's the
What
question
are you
again?
the least proud of?
I can't hear you, nor can they.
What are you the least proud of in your life?
What are you the least proud of in your life?
For some reason when you got closer, your voice got extra squeaky.
What are you the least proud of? What are you the least proud of in your life?
That's what
Go
we hear.
back to the intro.
Yeah, we have a recording of that too. We have a recording.
Please don't post it.
Let's do the other recording. Post the other
Yeah,
one.
I have. That's what I'm saying. The one we did behind the scenes today. I'm gonna repost that one. Oh, definitely that
don't.
one's going up.
Oh,
I might go
remember
to
how
jail.
you got so mad when we posted the other one? You tried choking me. You were punching
You
me.
you throat karate chopped him. People loved that. They said, "Oh, I love the karate chop to the throat," because he was like. Anyway,
Where was that even posted? I didn't see it on.
I'm saying we were gonna post it. What's the question?
Yeah, we
me the
didn't
question.
post it, Midge.
It's not on YouTube. What's the question?
What are you the least proud of in your life? I
All right.
know that you posted it, BTW.
What?
Are you speaking in text terms?
Yes.
Text terms.
The kid with vortex. Hashtag kid with vortex.
Vortex habits. It's in the ditches. All right. So the least proud. All
I
right.
didn't
Here,
say
let's go
that.
back to this again. Are there things? All right. So forget about that whole idea. That's my real answer is that. Like the day I was born. Yes. So you said it as a joke. Stop eating your hands. You said that as a joke, right? When
Which
you
turned out
said.
to be the real philosophical.
And I know I never thought of that in my life until right as you made that as a joke. I thought about, you know what? That is it. I never thought of that in my life ever. I've never had that thought in my life ever.
Well, I did.
And so you just gave me a new thought, like a whole new idea, a whole new way of thinking of things. So thank you for that, making that joke, and it turns out you're right. But let's say, do you think there's things, do you think that like on paper, forget about like, all right, you're better every day. Do you think there's things I've done in my life that
You're not proud.
I'm not proud of or wasn't
Yes,
good
definitely.
or wasn't
Definitely,
nice
of
or was
course.
bad or was horrible?
You wouldn't be living right now if there wasn't a moment like that.
So do you think that there was many of those moments?
Of course.
Of
Do you,
course.
all
Even
right,
with me.
do you think I think it's okay to do things, some of the bad things that I've done?
Yes.
You think it's okay? I think it's okay to do some of the bad things I've done.
No.
Some of them.
But here's the catch to it. All right. I don't know how to say this without being like off. I wouldn't, yeah, they're right. There's bad things I did, but I wouldn't, if I can go back, it's nothing that I've really did that's so horrible that I wouldn't go back and undo anything I've ever done. I wouldn't go back and, I wouldn't do that. Because you know why? Why?
It made you who you are today.
Exactly. It would change. The second you go back and change something, say something even bad happened to you, it would go back and change
like
everything
if
that
you
happened
never-
to that point. So now, who knows where that life would have went from that point? So I wouldn't change a single thing. People say, if you can go back to your 21-year-old self or 18-year-old self, what would you tell yourself? I would say nothing. Tell them nothing. Keep doing exactly what you're doing, exactly how you're doing it, because it's going to lead to where you should be going. You get it?
Yes.
Now, if they're,
Unless that leads you to be a criminal.
now if I was like
Like in prison.
did something like killed someone that didn't deserve it or something,
Kill someone.
then different story. But this kind of things, whatever, like not really much that I could think of that I would undo. Because if you start undoing stuff, then you didn't get to where you were.
Say you, like I am right now, 9. Say you went back in time. Say you did something really bad when you were 2 years old, like you lit the house on fire on accident or something.
Kind of almost did playing the video games. We talked about that in one of these episodes too, didn't we? So what about it? What's the question?
Say I'm 9 right now, and I went back in time, changed that lighting the house on fire when I was 2. Then,
You got some
I did,
twisted thoughts. Anyway, continue.
but then not like you said everything. You change yourself to the point you are at now, but it's not only changing yourself how you are now, it's changing the things that happened in between that time.
So you wouldn't be to where you are right now. Who knows? If I say one of those bad things I did, get arrested, robbed someone's house, say, that's so horrible, right? I robbed someone's house. Say I go back, don't rob their house, don't get arrested, don't go to jail the exact time I did, don't get out the exact time I did, don't start the Marine Corps the exact day I did. I probably wouldn't have joined the Marine Corps if I didn't rob that house. So the fact that I say I robbed a house made me get arrested, which made me go to the Marine Corps. If I didn't, so luckily I got caught. If I didn't, say I robbed the house and didn't get caught, that's why I wouldn't change the getting caught part. I wouldn't change the robbing the house part. So say I robbed a house, got caught, made me go to the Marine Corps, right? Mm-hmm. And then so if you take out any one of those pieces, it changes the whole trajectory, the whole line, and who knows where you end up. YouTube, I wouldn't even be here if I didn't rob a house. So if you want to be a successful parent, go rob a house. There's a good one for the tagline. If you want to be a successful parent, go rob a house.
If you want,
No, but there.
Think about it. You two wouldn't be
Daddy,
here if that
there's-
didn't happen. I wouldn't have went to Marines. Who knows where I'd be right now? Who went direction me if I didn't? Because you could say, I wouldn't rob the house. So if you take that out now, that means I would never have gotten caught. Went to the Marine Corps. Okay, I would rob the house, but I would do it differently so I wouldn't get caught. I'd be smarter about it and not get caught. Okay, but if I didn't get caught, I wouldn't have went to jail. Wouldn't have went to the Marines. You get it?
But there still could have been kids
Yes.
sitting here in these seats, but they wouldn't be us.
Any split second. You know how unique each individual is, that it's like impossible. Each human birth and even human being is like impossible to create, and somehow they get created. That's why everyone has like
You were
some
created
unique.
somehow.
That is a very unique one.
Did you know that something like 100 or 200,000 babies are born every day?
Geez, the population is going up.
But
Then they're dying.
Fools are dying every
but then
day.
like 136. Or,
someone dying every second. Someone's born every second. Someone's dying right now. Someone's born right now. That's life.
Someone's dying born right now.
And probably at the same time. All right, I think that's 17 questions. We wrapped it up. It took
And
us
people
5
did it.
episodes to wrap this up. Good questions, good job, and we're gonna keep
Ow.
and we're gonna keep building up on those questions. They're gonna get tougher and tougher. We have good questions every week on the topics.
Can I
Let's wrap
finish?
Let's wrap up this episode.
All right. I know. We gotta go celebrate a little birthday. All right. So
Charlo's
one more.
birthday.
Ricky's first birthday today.
Ricky's
Dog's
He's gonna
first
eat
birthday.
some
Yay.
fruit cake.
So we gotta run out to the
Why
pet
do you
store.
keep saying that? It's so annoying. All right.
We gotta run out to the pet store to go buy him some presents. Let's
Don't
finish
tell
with this
them.
example too. This morning I sent you guys, so I send them a message every morning about like a question of the day and some pictures, reading some books that I'm reading, pictures of pages.
Stoic.
So one of the questions today was, what's something you've done to go out of your way to help someone out, to do that was totally selfless, that's gonna be wasting your time?
That you'd help someone else.
We drove after the gym, me and Tyson, right past Petco. We could have went inside, grabbed something real quick, been back on the highway, been home. It would have taken us 5 minutes. But we knew you wanted to go, so I said, you know what? We'll rearrange the entire day. So we're gonna come home. Now we have to go drive back out 20 minutes to the pet store, get the thing, and drive back in just to do it. So you have to, a lot of times, think about not just what's the most convenient for yourself, because you probably would have been a little bit, it's not the end of the world, but you've been a little bit upset, pissed off if you didn't get to come with us to pick out our dog's first birthday gifts. So things like
Remember
that.
Mr. Lion?
It just popped in my head. That's a perfect example of
Mr. Lion.
doing things that are inconvenient for yourself to help other people. You need to do more of that, right? We all need to do more of that every day. Every day you should ask yourself, what did I do to go and help someone else? Like, who did I actually help today? What difference did I
That was
have to make
actually
today?
the Daily Dad. The Daily Dad. One of those questions were.
I reworded to fit
Yeah.
our stuff. Like I
Yeah.
made it totally. I
How
changed
are
it up.
you kind?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't say kind.
I made it fit
We're
ourselves.
so sorry, but we don't
I
say
totally
kind.
changed it. I didn't say about self. I didn't say about
I know.
sacrificing your own time. I made that my own totally
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
You made
all
it
that-
your
all that
own
was all-
philosophical
All right.
Yeah.
twist.
But we gotta
All
roll.
right, one more joke.
Oh man. So what do I have so
Why?
far?
You have
0.5
half a
out
point.
of 2? That sucks. So I need to kill this one just to break even. I
right.
can't break even either way. Go. 0.5 out of 2. Quick, we gotta go.
Why is Alabama the smartest state?
Has the most A's. That's a 1.5, sucker. I know that's the answer.
Ish.
It gets the most A's. It has the most A's.
Because it got 4 A's and only 1 B.
It has the most A's.
Yes.
That's a
Deal.
1.5. I got that before you
Fine.
finished the question. That is a 1.5 points. That means I got 1.5
Out of 3.
plus 0.5.
Oh, so 2 out of 3.
Oh, that sucks. Got 2 out of 3. Still pretty good. All right, wrap this up. Take them home.
All right. So, if you could smash that subscribe button, annihilate the notifications
bell
bell
so you never miss
on
out on
any
any
new
videos.
videos, share, comment, like, subscribe, follow, whatever you guys want to call it.
Share with your mama.
Yes, share it with your grandma, share it with whoever you want.
Share it with your dog that has his birthday today.
All right, anything you want to finish off telling them before we leave?
If you want to go see the intro funny skit thing, go watch that. Now? What do you mean now? No excuses!
You've only done that at the end of every video for, I don't know, the last 9 freaking years. And you're like, what? No? Oh, what? Apparently, the peak has happened and the best journey of the life is going to start going down the list.
He's already in the ground.
Subscribe.
You are freaking awesome. No excuses.
Subscribe.
So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried